This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, Demco, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to Paradise, Louisiana. I'm Gary Risponi, back here at Superior Bait and Tackle on Memorial Day. We're taping this on Memorial Day, and since it is Memorial Day, let's get in our memories. Let's say our prayers. Let's think about all the people, especially not only from Louisiana, but all over the world that died in wars. Died their ultimate sacrifice. You know, and there's a lot of sacrifices being made by the policemen and the people that work in this terrible world we're living in right now. But hey, when you see something terrible, all of a sudden you see the greatness of God, what things are happening. So thank all y'all, the families that are still grieving, for their families that lost people in all the wars. Hey, we're thinking about you in our prayers. So stay tuned. It's Paradise, Louisiana, and I'm going to tell you what, a lot of things going on. We got a few fishing reports, and man, we got to visit Chaz again. Them people over there, fishing reports are coming from all over. Some of them, they're not sending pictures. They don't have time. Rodeos done started. Stay tuned. There might be a news program, but hey, it's going to keep you informed. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana from Superior Bait and Tackle.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
We put faith in our vehicles to connect us. We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
I'm Mike Fesco out of Sour Lake, Texas. I won a Nautic Star for winning big trout in the West Division. There's a bunch of these tournaments that I fish, and this is one of the special ones. They really come through with all the tackle packages, boats.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Okay, guys, we got a special Dockside TV episode for you today. This one's a real treat. We're going to go out with Captain Chris Roberts, who's one of the premier fishermen on the whole Gulf Coast. He's fantastic. And we're going to target big speckled trout. But what we're going to really use is, and show you guys how effective this is Carolina rig and plastic. And our main lure is going to be a TKO shrimp, which we're going to add some more of these colors to our website. And you'll be getting these in a monthly bait box. So make sure to subscribe to that. Our TKO, it's a product made by H&H, who we do a lot of business with, and we're going to add some colors to it. This is our original color we've been selling forever, but we put some more colors to the test. And we also use the old trusty Shrimp Creole in the beginning of this episode. Both of these items will be in your monthly bait box here, so make sure you subscribe to this and enjoy this episode of Dockside TV. You're going to learn a lot on fishing high winds and high current for big speckled trout. There he is, just hooked up.
Yeah, strong, solid fish.
Alright, it's about middle of April, and if you've ever watched any of the dockside videos, you know, around this time of the year, you know, we're generally hanging out around the bridges. We got a southeast wind, big southeast wind. We got a hard incoming tide. So naturally, we're going down and going to go fish the bridges, because what will happen is this part of the bridge, you know, in this area is going to have the cleanest water in the lake because it's semi-protected. You know, we've kind of been fishing up and down the bridge the last couple of days. The water's filthy, but when you get this area of the bridge and it's clean. So again, if you watch some of the videos before, southeast wind, hard southeast wind in the evening time, April, full moon's coming up, hard incoming tide, and those fish are eating. So let's see if we can put a few fish in the boat. Ooh, oh. Look at that, son. He engulfed that shrimp Creole. And the reason we're choosing shrimp Creole, y'all generally hear us say match the hatch this time of the year, right? So this time of the year, the lake has not been known, you know, to hold shrimp, but that's what generally what will happen is the brown shrimp will start moving in this time of the year, the springtime, all right? And we're just matching what they're feeding on or what they should be feeding on this time of the year. Look at that, son. That's what I'm talking about. Big, beautiful yellowmouth shrimp Creole. Oh, man. That was a good fish. You didn't see that. Chaz knocked it off my line on purpose. But, again, you know, we're using shrimp Creole, hard incoming tide. And I always tell people in the spring, you want an incoming tide, because if it's an incoming tide in the spring, it's bringing new life. Spring brings new life to everything. So it's bringing new life into the lake. Water's coming out of the sound, out of the Gulf, heading this way, pushing all the bait fish this way. And in the fall, you want the opposite. Everything's leaving the lake. So normally you'll fish the east side of the bridge. Right now we're on the west side of the bridge and we're fishing because it's hard incoming tide and it's springtime. Spring brings new life, incoming, fall, outgoing. See if we can catch another one. Bigger. Big, healthy Lake Pontchartrain speckled trout. This is what they're supposed to look like this time of the year. Shrimp Creole, 3/8 ounce goldeneye. You know, you don't really, it probably helped to have shrimp, but you really don't need it this time of the year because they're, you know, fish are just coming into the lake, or some of them have been in the lake and they're just in that feed mode. We're just getting something that mimics the shrimp, you know, looks similar to it. And then that's all we're doing. And then they're gorging on it. Look at that. Big, healthy fish. Yellowmouth. Another one for the box. Ooh, fall. Look at that. We kind of switched it up a little bit. The tide is continuously starting to rip through here on the bridge, right? So a lot of times it's hard to get down to the bottom with a 3/8 ounce jig head. So what we'll normally do with that, we'll switch to a TKO shrimp for matrix shad, TKO. Matrix shad also sells them in the shrimp Creole color. We're using a 1 ounce bass sinker. It's 1 ounce. The reason we're using a 1 ounce, make sure we keep it to the bottom. Using just a regular barrel swivel and about 18 inches of leader line, maybe a little bit more, maybe 24. And basically what this mimics is, you're keeping it to the bottom, bell sinker, the shrimp is sitting up in the current, like normal shrimp, right? So you're jigging it up and just letting it hit the bottom. So when it hits the bottom, the shrimp will just float up and float down slowly, right? And it just triggers a reaction.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and this is sort of our news events, or what we're going to call our rodeo and tournament report, and I'm going to try to make it quick. Before I say anything else, next week, from the 8th through the 11th, that Swole Fest, it's been going on since 1997. I can't believe that. Them boys from Jesuit got together and raised that money. It's not, I know just in the Children's Hospital alone, over $500,000. So, and I'm going to be there this year. Good Lord willing, I'm going to try to be there again. That's going to be at the Grand Isle Marina, the new Grand Isle Marina. Everything is set up to pavilion. You can expect to have a good time and be safe. So, if you want to go out and see something nice and be for a good cause, you want to go fish a good rodeo. I mean, this run, I told you that Rad's gonna be the weighmaster again. So I'm planning a lot of things I can't plan, but I am planning to be there. We had a tournament this past weekend, a rodeo, the Bloody Decks over there at Surfside, right across from from the, here we go again. So, right across from Bridgeside. Look, let me say this. They didn't send me no pictures. They're so busy, I guess. But Ken Vosberg had a big trout, and he sent me a picture with some of the scoreboard. I asked him to send me the whole scoreboard, and here, if I get any more reports, I'll tell you. Congratulations. That was a great tournament, and we're glad to be back on the water. Coming up, we got Calicut Rodeo in Moran. They also got the Brother Martin Rodeo that'll be coming up. They'll be doing it out of their school and where to fish. Go to their website if you want to know more about it. Calicut Rodeos, I don't know how many years. That's this coming weekend. So, Brother Martin, that's their sister school. I can remember during Katrina and all them, a lot of those boys were going to night school at Calicut. They were coming from Brother Martin. There might be a rivals in football, but when you say they sister school, they sister school. So, Joe Mack and Chris at Calicut Rodeo been weighmaster. I ain't hear nothing. But if you want to check Joe Macalusa's column about those rodeos, or go to their website. I just a couple of reminders I want to tell y'all. If y'all got a fundraiser, a tournament rodeo, I done said this 50 times, I know. You want to get me a notice, a flyer, and all the information. You want to get it to me about 3 weeks in advance, no more, okay? Because we won't forget. And then every before Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon, you send me a reminder up to the time of event. So if your event's on a Saturday, that whole week before that you'll get it. For 2 or 3 weeks, you'll be having a reminder. I don't know if it's going to help your attendance, but I promise you it ain't going to hurt you. And if you do, if you got a big winner, especially a tournament, send me the top 5. Rodeo, just tell us what kind of turnout you had. Anything to do to help us and make us feel appreciated also. Now, that email address, one more time, is Gary, lowercase, Gary, at Paradise, Louisiana, spelled out, .com. Now, let me see what else I got. Anything else here to do it? This is way in advance. This is way too far, but this is a great cause. The West Side Bestmasters, they're going to have their 6th annual Veterans Open. That's July 16th. They all ready to hit me this last week, but I'm just going to give you a warning. And same thing with y'all do over there on the West Side. 3 weeks in advance, y'all pump it to me every day, every week on Sunday. So we'll be back with Abu Garcia, Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Superior Bait and Tackle, right here on Sagan Lane.
We put faith in our vehicles to connect us. We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
Welcome back to the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Look, and I'm here at Superior Bait and Tackle. What makes it so good, these guys, they send me a report and they tell me if the bait not clear. One of the reports I got was from my buddy Rick Capo. I said it last week, but for some reason, my old age and my computer experience, I didn't get it to Chris, so it didn't run. I'm going to run that picture again. Rick Capo and them fishing in Dulac. This is the fish. This is what they caught those fish on. See right here? He said a shad rig. The old shad rig was nothing but a straight little old thing. We're talking to him. We was looking for them on a shelf. They had monofilament flies on the end of it, you know. So, but this double shad rig. He said, I said, what's your color? And he said, chartreuse and white. I'm bet you in it's this right here, Speck Buster. They got a wall full of them here. And a lot of people still catch fish on that. And they'd make their own double rig. But this here, the Sparkle Beetle, H&H Sparkle Beetle, how many years we used them? We wading the surf and everything with all the kids. So here's the Sparkle Beetle. These are small and they come in 3 different sizes. That's the H&H Sparkle Beeler, H&H Cockahoe Minnow. Another color they've been catching on, chartreuse and white. That's another one. Here's another one right now that my friend John Bernard and them, when they're catching a lot of those redfish under a cork, this is the shrimp, white and chartreuse. So we're going to show you those a little bit later, but that's some of the baits. Now, I'm going to go back to freshwater because that's the way I got it set up. Freshwater, Toledo Bend. The saccalay is unbelievable. All your party barges, especially Rick Capo and them sent me another picture with his friends, living the dream. Good friend of ours. I fished a bunch of times before, Gary Krause and them. We always go there and fish with living the dream, my kin people. But they're not the only one. We fished in a lot of other than party barges. Those are catching fish right now. What a great family outing if you want to do that. Good way to stay out of the weather. Something happens, they clean your fish, they got lodges. Can't believe it. You can find out more about them. You go to their website, the Toledo Bend website, or the lake. They call the lake. Look at their website. Now, they're party boys. Another thing, what's amazing about this, you know, last time I was there, we fished shiners. We fished in the slip cork. We fished all over. They were catching those fish on plastics. Guess what they were catching? What color jig? White and chartreuse. You hear that? White and chartreuse jig. That's where they were catching them on. Now, the Lorto, Selena, another saccalay. I was trying to have my buddy J.B. Salters, Blaine, was trying to come. His work got him tied up. He's got about 3 or 4 special new rides coming out. I'm going to try to get him on. Might have to go to him. He's so busy right now. I'm probably going to trick him. I think on Wednesday is a slow day. I'm going to get him to go take me somewhere. He gave me a few reports. He said the spillway, Jack Miller, the spillway in a couple spots in the flats, that the water's starting to fall, and one of his friends called 19 saccalay. Now, what he's saying, he said, Mr. Gary, in the next 2 or 3 weeks, if this still falling, I looked at the paper this morning, it's falling. It got a big fall up in Ohio and all in those areas. I'm talking about over half a foot. If it keeps falling, get ready. Not only them, but the bass. I ain't getting too many bass reports. Bass reports I'm getting are coming from the Marsh and Lake Verret area. But and in them tournaments, you can see it. Jack Miller's, they've been catching a few bass. Bay Natchez, Patch Bay. So it's the only reports I'm getting on bass, besides Toledo Bend. All right. Now, Lorto, saccalay going crazy again. They catch them spider rigging, catching some beautiful size. A lot of them got eggs in them. He said he thought it was through, but it's not. They're moving the trees. He said, but really been bringing people. He got people from Ohio and South Carolina, and them came in. They were catching those big brim. Up on the bank, finding them brim beds, catching brim. Catfish, another one. Great things going on. Catfish right now. They fishing night crawlers, fishing catfish bait on jugs just to see it, catching catfish at Lorto. Same thing's going on Lake Verret too. You get you some night crawlers, and even the people catching brim right now in Lake Verret, they catching catfish on the crickets. So, but right now it's a no miss. At my camp, fishing off of my deck, I've been using weenies and bologna, catching brim because I ain't had no night crawlers, didn't want to go to the store. Off the deck, second floor, I caught a dozen catfish the other day. Over half of them were that big. I'm spotted cat, beautiful channel cat. I mean, the other one was real little. Started not to keep them because those you got to fillet, but if you know, I mean, you don't want to fillet. You want them whole and you got to skin them. And I said, oh no. I ain't skinning no catfish. I'm not that good. But I brought them home. Guess who? My brother-in-law skinned them. Whole, fried, believe me, delicious. Same thing with those fish. You got to watch your limits when you go if you're a commercial fisherman. But hey, if you want to go to Lake Verret, you want to have your good fish fry, just remember what I told you. They're biting all over. Any of the rivers, whenever the water's down, the Amite River, Tickfall River, catfish are everywhere. Be no reason to not fish them now. I know I'm getting long again. Let me see if I got anything else I missed. I told y'all that speckled trout in Dulac, Hopedale, Brian Mitchell. I thought I run this, but I wasn't sure. Brian Mitchell and Cat Theron, they had live shrimp in Hopedale. I've been seeing on the website that Jimmy Coley and them still catching. Last month, my son-in-law and my son and them, they limited out in 2 boats with Jimmy Coley. So you look around, if you're looking for a place, no better than calling Island Marina. All their captures are catching fish, whether you want speckled trout, you want a smorgasbord, you want them all. They're catching redfish, they catch flounder, and fishing the bridges right now. Still hot, early in the morning before the wind get up. Mike Brantley catch them all over. He's been making elderly people, he's been taking some elderly people coming in, and they want to go early in the morning or late in the evening. He's been making 2 trips a day with different people and still catching fish. When it gets rough, they come in. I don't know about limiting out, but he sent me some pictures last week, and I didn't get them this week because he's busy fishing. So that's it. I mean, Grand Isle right now, hot as a pistol. Leeville, all those places, Cocodrie, I'm hearing people catching fish. Big Lake, I'm getting reports from Big Lake, but from my family, they ain't send me no pictures. They say, oh, we went over there, we were working on camp. They got the guides over there. They got a ton of guides. You want to call Big Lake if you live out in that way. Where I haven't heard anything is from Sycamore Point. Now, just check it all out. The one I got, Dulac, Island Marina. That's it. Hopedale. My favorite report this week from John Bernard. I've been talking about my brother, John Bernard. I call him my fishing minister. They're bringing people. He had his lung surgery, his cancer surgery, doing great. Made his first trip. John Bernard, Paul Poche, dead end the canals. Now, I know he fished in dead end canals all around the Amelia area, but this was in Centerville, on one under caught. Look at these big brim and some catfish. Thank you, John. God bless you. And thank you for blessing so many people during your life. Memorial Day, don't never forget what our ancestors and what all the people that died for us to keep us free. We are free. Thank God. Thank God for Louisiana. You watching Paradise, Louisiana. Stay in. Next week, I hope I might have some video with me fishing.
Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.